ever considered the fact that some of the most intimate relationships you're going to have in your whole entire life are with doctors and nurses? Really deep that these people see you in a light in which most of your closest friends and family don't even see you in, despite the fact that they are virtually strangers. In a way, hospitals and healthcare environments have an assumed sense of trust. They're designed to make us feel like this is where all the smart stuff happens, and I should put it in their hands and leave them to it. I should feel comfortable and trust them. And on the other side of it, we should be able to feel like we are going to be taken care of properly. And I imagine more often than not, that does happen for most people. But I've come to realize that when it doesn't happen, and when things do go wrong, it's why it feels like a betrayal. And it's why it sometimes can feel violating, because when you've been double-crossed or when you've been hurt by someone that you actually trust, it hurts so much more than someone that you would never have put your trust in, someone that you don't even like. Now, I live in the UK. Our healthcare system is the NHS, and I've said this time and time again that it is underfunded. So sometimes that level of trust that we put in this place sometimes can't be honoured because of the fact of the underfunding, because of the overworking of the people that work there, which is why it's also important to protest this level of underfunding, because it makes it really hard for patients to feel comfortable in that level of trust that they're putting in these people. But I digress. I guess today is the day I speak about the time where a surgery went sideways. I wouldn't even say it went wrong, because I'm alive. It went sideways, but I'm gonna sit down for that. So look, I don't know if you follow me on TikTok or not. If you don't, you absolutely should. But I had briefly shared the story of my surgery that went sideways on there. And I wasn't expecting people to see it. I'm a small creator, so when I put TikToks out, I really don't care. But when I shared that one to make fun of my surgery experience, a lot of people were like, I mean, you can see it for yourself. Here's the TikTok.
I take the ball, I bounce it, I shoot, I miss it.
Obviously, you don't have that much time on TikTok, so it was a massive oversimplification of what actually happened. So I will try and give the story while still simplifying it, because I know you don't want to be here all day. My whole life, I've had really terrible periods. I know who hasn't, but they've been, you know, the type of periods where you can't stand up, you can't eat, you can't sleep, you can't do anything, you can't go to school, those type of things. The ones that people still want to turn around and tell you it's completely normal. Those ones. By the time it was the pandemic and I was having severe pain on my right side, I just had enough. So I went to the GP and she was like, oh, it could be appendicitis. Let me send you to A&E. I knew it wasn't appendicitis, but at this point I was just like, I'm gonna just do what she says, whatever. They do a CT scan. In that scan, they had seen a sizable, like a medium-sized complex ovarian cyst. For those who don't know, there are two types of cysts. You have simple and complex. So for once in my life, something that got seen on the scan corresponded to what I was feeling, which was a really big moment. Cut to the future, I had a couple more scans, an ultrasound and an MRI, and they all corroborated the same thing. They all said I had a complex mass on the right ovary, on the right side, and that it was likely an endometrioma, and this was likely what was causing my pain, and it all indicated that it was around the same size. It seems quite straightforward. Let's go have surgery, remove that thing, and then get over it. So I did have the surgery in January 2021, and I would say things didn't go that well. To cut a long story short, when I woke up from the surgery, my wounds were on the left side, but I thought that I had a cyst on the right side. Didn't all the scans say I had a cyst on the right side? Why do I have a wound on the left side? I can't really describe the feeling you get when you wake up and you think something has happened, but perhaps something different has happened. It is violating. That whole process in itself is really dehumanizing anyway, but like to wake up and for something else to have happened to me was quite scary, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But let's still talk about intimacy. You're in a vulnerable situation. You don't know exactly what's going on. So imagine to go through all of that processing, and I'm really condensing it, to then find out that what you thought happened didn't happen. Now, don't get me wrong, like scans can't prove everything. But when three things are corroborating something, there's a piece of paper that says something else, and no one has taken the time to tell me what is going on. You can imagine feeling violated. And I think that's the part, there's like this missing gap in healthcare that I'm struggling with, that I feel like needs to be filled. I'm supposed to have this trust in you. Now, we have this level of intimacy where you've seen certain parts of me that I haven't seen. You know things about me that I don't know. And then when something happens that's different to what I expected to happen after I entrusted you to be in charge of my body, and it's different and nobody explains it, that's where there's a breakdown. It's like you can't expect a level of intimacy and trust that I'm supposed to give you, but then there is no level of communication back. If you're expecting some kind of neat resolution to this story, you might be disappointed because there isn't one. Most patients just want to know what's going on with their bodies. They want transparency. And at the moment, it feels like the model is top down, that you, as a patient, are obligated to give all of your trust and all of your information to these people that know better than you about your body. But you've lived in this body, and you deserve answers about said body as well, and deserve communication. And whereas I feel at that moment that that's not really the case. So what does that mean, and what's like the solution? To me, it's a collaborative medical model, one in which patients and doctors are working alongside each other, rather than there just being this accepted idea that doctors have this maternal or paternal control over patients during the period of time that we are engaging with each other. When it's more collaborative and we're more on the same level and we're talking to each other, trying to work things out, to me, it just feels like the trust goes both ways. And to me, it feels like we can actually work together on a problem and we're both committed to solving it. But what does that require? Money. That is another conversation. So that essentially is another slightly extended summary of my surgical experience that is still not resolved. And at this point, yeah, I feel like it's probably just going to get resolved when it gets worse. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I would say this is like episode 1 of an off-scripted type of content that will go in between my video essays. Let me know what you'd want me to talk about next off the script. And if you like this video, make sure you like the video, comment and subscribe to the channel. I don't know if people do notification bells anymore, so if they still do that, turn it on so you know when I upload a video, because I'm trying to be back, you know? I haven't uploaded in a while. Okay, now I'm over talking. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.